Good Saturday morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's about 11:01 right now, and we are on our way back to Numazu Station to take the Tokaido main line and then the Shinkansen back to Tokyo, and they're going to take me to the airport. When we usually get like a taxi like right here. Yep.
Certainly a sunny day. You're excited about this train?
Yeah.
Should be cool.
Yeah, I've never been on a bullet train before.
Neither have I. They were well ahead of the curve here, weren't they?
Yeah, 1964 they first went into service.
Did they invent it?
I think so. I mean, they're pretty much ahead of the curve as far as engineering and technology goes.
Yeah, but I was reading that a lot of the technology here they copied.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're the masters of that. Like.
Well, but I think high-speed rail travel they
could well have done, yeah.
They first came up with.
Yeah, with things like, you know, televisions, entertainment systems, headphones, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because
a lot of it was invented in the US and Europe.
Yeah.
But what they did really well is they looked at it, made it better, made it cheaper, and just knocked everyone else out of the market. It's brilliant. But I read a long article about it this morning. It was fascinating.
One of the things that really came to the market here early on, like especially during the early 90s, was high definition television.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
So I mean, we didn't get that in the U.S. until like what, 2004. So I mean, they were well ahead of the curve there.
Yeah, for sure.
So we just got off the Tokaido main line, and now we are about to take the Shinkansen. Holy that's fast.
That slows down going through stations as well.
Probably. Whew.
Makes a weird noise. It sounds like a jet engine.
Yeah, because that's probably the sound of the air moving around it, and also you hear the sound of the grinding of the wheels against the rails, and you're gonna hear that on all trains.
11時50分発こだま642号東京行きが到着いたします。こだま号自由席は後ろより1号車から7号車と前より13号車から15号車です。黄色い点字ブロックの内側でお待ちください。新横浜品川東京にはこの後参ります光462号東京行きが先の到着となります。光号自由席は後ろより1号車から5号車です。
新大阪行きです。次の停車駅は新富士です。
That up there looks like it's Mount Fuji, but it's covered by the clouds, so we can't see it, unfortunately. Okay, so,
線に11時56分発光462号東京行きが到着いたします。
Yeah, I think a train's coming.
列車到着です。柵から離れてください。柵から離れてください。
前から16号車、15号車の順で一番後ろが1号車です。グリーン車は8号車、9号車、10号車、自由席は1号車から5号車です。この電車は途中新横浜、品川に止まります。
6番線ご注意ください。光462号東京行きが到着です。
What's this thing coming up?
This is the number 462 Hikari Tokaido Shinkansen to head for Tokyo.
Alright, let's get on it.
Yep. So what are your thoughts on the Shinkansen so far?
It's pretty quick, quiet, and comfortable.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Yeah.
It's great, really cool.
Yep.
You're happy? You got your hat hung up?
Yep.
That's right. Got enough trays for 15 plates.
Yeah, there's a tray that comes out of the chair arm, and there's a tray that comes down from the seat back.
Well.
What is that?
The shutters.
The shutters.
It's cool.
Yep.
Seats go back, charge your phone.
Yep. Pretty happy man. So I've just broken off from Dave. I've gotten off of the bullet train at Shinagawa Station, and now I am transferring over to the, I think the Keikyu line for Haneda, the international terminal at Haneda International Airport. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and yeah, this trip is coming to an end very quickly. Okay, so I've arrived at the international terminal for Tokyo Haneda International Airport. I've returned my pocket Wi-Fi thing. I've gotten off the train, and right now I'm just waiting for Air Canada check-in counter to open up so I can check my bag, which is right here. And I'm waiting. You know, it's going to be right over here at check-in counter C. Right now they only have Lufthansa things open. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. They said that that the Air Canada check-in counters don't open up until 2:40, and so I'm going to be sitting here on my phone, just listening to music or watching YouTube videos until 2:40. My flight actually departs at 5:40.
At this time, we ask that you fasten your seatbelts, ensure your chair backs and seat tables are straight up in locked position, and that your baggage has been safely stowed. In a few moments, we'll be showing a short video on our safety features. We'll ask for your attention on the screens near cabin.
Mesdames et messieurs, en fait, nous souhaitons la bienvenue à bord de notre vol numéro 2 à destination Toronto. Merci d'avoir choisi de voyager avec Air Canada, membre pièce de l'Euro Starline. Mon nom est Grégoire et avec nous sommes vos chef de cabine aujourd'hui. Votre sécurité est notre première priorité. Nous allons vous présenter en combien de temps au sujet de nos mesures de sécurité prochainement. En attendant, s'il vous plaît, vous assurez que votre ceinture de sécurité est bouclée, que vos bagages de cabine sont bien rangés, que votre dossier et tablette sont dans la position verticale. Merci.
As you walk on by, I can clear the sky in 10 seconds flat. Well, how about that? Well, how about that? I could be sitting here on a cloud, watching the sun as it starts to go down. The only thing missing is you by my side. Give me a smidge of confidence, give me a speck of something that makes sense. Give me an idea of dependency, give me a dash of loyalty. See my lonely soul for you, but the feeling in my heart can't follow through. You can give your broken heart to me, 'cause you know that I'll stay with you, and that's why they call me loyalty. The sun shines bright, yet the rain pours on. Rainbows here were mid and then they're gone. They remind me of me and you. What did you do? What did I do? Determination in those eyes. Where has it gone? Has it said goodbye? A lot has happened, but I'll stay by your side. Give me a smidge of confidence, give me a speck of something that makes sense. Give me an idea of dependency, give me a dash of loyalty. Loyalty. I can see my lonely soul for you, but the feeling in my heart can't follow through. You can give your broken heart to me, 'cause you know that I'll stay with you, and that's why they call me loyalty.
Alright, so I have now cleared the U.S. border U.S. Border Protection and Customs pre-clearance operations. It was a long process. The U.S. has a longer process of customs clearance. So, yeah.
Please ensure that your seatback and bed table are in their upright and locked position, and that your seatbelt is well fastened.
Back in Philadelphia, and I am really exhausted. It's been more than 12 hours of traveling, a little more than that. I'm just ready to take my bag, go home, and go to bed. I'm an exhausted, broken man. I just want to go to sleep because I'm tired as hell right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is and good morning. It's actually late Sunday morning on June 10th. I got back home safely late, not late, but around 8:30 last night, and I was so tired to the point in which I went to sleep right away, and so yeah, that's what I did. This past week and a half has been a roller coaster of emotions for me, so to speak. I never thought that I would have an opportunity to go to Japan ever in my life. I did, and it did not disappoint. What I absolutely loved doing was being able to go around and see the different sites that are featured in different anime, getting to taste the different cuisines over there, and overall just mingle in the sort of culture over there. The trip started off with a bit of a hitch with you know. Delayed flights and nearly missing connecting flights and baggage going missing, but those pretty much solved themselves. Those problems were pretty much solved by themselves. I mentioned I enjoyed getting to see the different locations, getting to enjoy the cuisine, mingling with the locals over there. And one thing that I really was really happy with was the punctuality and efficiency of the rail systems over there. And you know, with a little bit of help, it's not as it's not as complicated as it sounds. To the uninformed traveler, it seems pretty complicated, but what was really helpful was the use of Google Maps on my phone. So I have to hand it to Google for assisting me with their iOS app, and also Apple for their amazing technology and all that. I also need to thank Ninja Wi-Fi for providing a pocket Wi-Fi thing for me, so I could connect to whatever I needed to. Basically, if any of you out there ever make the choice to travel to Japan or Tokyo, and to use the trains to get around to get around the city, do not be frightened. Do not be scared off by the complexity that it appears to be, because it's not as bad as it looks. And what was also helpful is that the sign, they have bilingual signage over there, especially in Tokyo, especially for the tourists. So that was really a ton of help as well. What also helps is that if you're also going to travel on the train over there, what really helps is to use one of those IC cards, Pasmo or Suica. It's much better than getting an individual ticket for each train that you go on, because when you buy a ticket, here's the complicated part. When you have to buy a ticket over there, it's basically up to you to look at like the little map above the little ticket machines and calculate the fare yourself. Basically by getting an IC card, you basically scan it over the little ticket gate, and after you get off the train, it basically deducts the fare for you, so you don't have to. And then you can when you run low on funds, you can simply reload it at a ticket machine. So yeah, if any of you out there ever decide to go to Tokyo, do it, because it's really the most efficient way to get around. I also want to thank Japan Deluxe Tours for providing the anime-themed tour for the group that I was a part of. I also want to thank our tour guide Hiro for showing us around. She was such an amazing tour guide and an amazing help. She was very well informed, and I also just in general want to thank the people of Japan and the people of Tokyo for their welcoming foreigners into their country. They tried and they try to help out as much as they possibly can, even though their English is very limited. So credit where credit's due. You at least got to give them that. So I want to thank Japan for being so accommodating. The service is absolutely top-notch stuff. Punctuality, absolutely top of the line. You will not find customer service or transportation punctuality like that anywhere else in the world. They are serious about that, and yeah, it's some of the best in the world, if not the best. The only real exhausting part about it was the flights to and from Japan, especially if you're traveling from the East Coast of the United States. It's around a 12 to 14 hour endeavor, and if you don't do it right, like the jet lag can really affect you as it did me. I did not sleep much at all on the flight going either way, and that it kind of took its toll on me. Like right afterwards, jet lag hit me pretty hard. Yet after I got back yesterday, and I pretty much crashed here. Overall, this experience is like I described it on Jim Nance from CBS Sports usually describes the Masters tournament as quote a tradition unlike any other, end quote. This trip to Japan, I'm sort of stealing this a little bit from him. It's an experience unlike any other, because when you go over there, you are forced out of your comfort zone, and you feel it almost feels like you're on another planet, so to speak. The language over there it's not only the language that's unfamiliar, it's also the culture that some people are unfamiliar with. So that kind of hit me pretty hard. But I'm a fast learner, and it didn't take me long for really to, I guess, adjust to like the customs over there, I guess. I enjoyed getting to go around Akihabara, getting to go to the Kanda Shrine, bringing or writing on a prayer board over there, Love Live prayer board, and hanging it up. I got to visit various locations around Azabu Juban, where Sailor Moon takes place, and also got to go around to the various districts like Ikebukuro, Shinjuku, Shibuya. Those were all like really great experiences. One thing that during the tour that I thought was absolutely amazing was the robot restaurant in Shinjuku. The show that they put on was absolutely fantastic. The acting was great, and it was in English as well. So you're able to understand what was being said, and so that was good. And then to top it all off, going with my friend Dave down to Numazu and visiting Uchiura, where Love Live Sunshine takes place. That was really cool. He said that he enjoyed the trip with me, and then coming back on the bullet train. That was also something. That's a really unique piece of machinery. The Shinkansen is a perfect safety record, and it goes really fast. So that was pretty cool. In conclusion, getting to tour around and take in the sights, the sounds, and the atmosphere and the culture, that's a long road. It's one that millions of people have dreamed of traveling. I'm lucky to have been one of those few million. I know I've said this over and over again during this trip, but it's true, and honestly, I could not have done this if it weren't for if it weren't for you guys, my family, and my friends, who have encouraged me to do what makes me happy and go out and explore the world. So I want to thank I want to thank all of you guys for following along with following along with me on my experience to Japan. And to everyone over in Japan, I just have this one little closing remark. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand. So basically, that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for coming with me and watching these vlogs of my journey to Japan, and hopefully I get to do more of these in the future. And I'm planning on doing this again in 2 years for the Tokyo Olympics. And so what I have to do now is basically finish up with my Zenkaikan vlogs, and then I'll get to these vlogs. And then the next convention the next thing I'm going to be going to is BronyCon 2018 in late July. Until that time, you know who you are, you know what you do. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Red Card signing off. I want to say thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you to Japan. Arigato Nihon. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you guys. See ya.
かけて